Can this number be divided by 6? What about the other number? Can 7 divide it? Alright, let us find out how we can get to know whether a number is divisible by 6 and whether another number is divisible by 7. So on the board here we have the two rules of divisibility by 6 and divisibility by 7. So let us look at what we have on the board here, the short note. How would you know that a number can be divided by 6? It's simple. If that number can be divided by 2 and also can be divided by 3. That is to say, 2 and 3 should be able to divide that number. If that is the case, it means that 6 can also divide the number. Alright, let's underline the main point. When a number is divisible by 2 and 3, then it means that the number can also be divided by 6. Let's look at this question as an example. Choose the numbers that 6 can divide without remainder from the following. So we have 18, 26, 36, 39, 54. Which ones can 6 divide? Remember the rule. For us to know whether 6 can divide a number, we will check if 2 and 3 can divide the number. Please, I did not say if 2 or 3 can divide it. That is not what I said. I didn't use all that. I said if 2 and 3 can divide that number, which means 2 should be able to divide that number and 3 should also be able to divide that number. Now listen, if 2 can divide the number and 3 cannot divide the number, it means that 6 cannot be able to divide it, okay? So please don't confuse this. 2 and 3 should be able to divide the number. Now let us quickly look at this. 18. Remember the rule of divisibility by 2. So can 2 divide 18? Yes. The last digit here is 8. The last digit in 18 is 8. 18 is the last digit here, which is 8, is an even number. So 2 can divide 18. Can 3 divide 18? Yes. If you add 1 and 8, you will get 9. And 3 can divide 9. Therefore, 3 can also divide 18. Remember the rule of dividing by 3. The sum of the digits in that number should give us a number that 3 can divide. Now, because 2 can divide 18, 3 can also divide 18, it simply means that 18 can be divided by 6. Let's move on to 26. Can 6 divide 26? Let's find out. 26, 2 can divide it because the last digit in 26 is an even number, 6. So 2 can divide 26. Alright, let's check for 3. Can 3 divide 26? No. Why did I say no? Let's go to the rule of dividing by 3. For a number to be divisible by 3, the digits in the number when added should give you something that 3 can divide. If I do 2 plus 6, I will get 8. Is that not so? I will get 8 if I add 2 and 6. Can 3 divide 8? Not at all. If you go to 3 times table, you cannot multiply 3 by anything to get 8. Therefore, 3 cannot divide 8. It means that yes, 2 can divide 26. No argument. But 3 cannot divide it. Therefore, 6 cannot divide 26. 6 cannot divide 26. Once again, reason. Because 3 could not divide it. Only 2 divided it. Alright, and that's why I didn't write it here as a number that 6 can divide. Now, this is what you do for the rest. 36. 2 can divide 36. 3 can also divide 36. You can find out. Last digit here is an even number 6. So 2 can divide it. If you add 3 plus 6, you get 9. 3 can divide 9. It means that 3 can also divide 36. So since 2 and 3 can divide 36, it means that 6 can also divide 36. Let's check 39. Can 2 divide 39? I said no to that. Why? The last digit is 9. 9 is not an even number. 9 is not an even number. It's an odd number, so 2 cannot divide that last digit. Now, you notice from what I said that 3 can divide 39, but 2 cannot divide it. It means that 6 cannot divide 39. 6 cannot, because 2 did not divide it. Alright, 54. I say yes to that. 2 can divide 54. 3 can divide 54. Therefore, 6 can also divide 54. You can find out yourself, okay? 54 can be divided by 2. Check the rule of divisibility by 2, you'll understand that. 3 can also divide 54. Therefore, 6 can divide this number, 54. That's what made me write this on the board here, that 18, 36, 54 can be divided by 6. Let's quickly go to this dividing by 7. That rule there is something else. So I've decided to create a space to work it for you to see directly. How would I know that a number can be divided by 7? So look at the short note. To find out if a number can be divided by 7, first, take the last digit of that number, multiply it by 5. That's what I have here. Multiply the last digit by 5. Then add what you got to the remaining digits. Now, if your result is divisible by 7, then the number itself is divisible by 7. Let me underline the main point. Multiply the last digit by 5, add what you get to the remaining digits. Then if your result can be divided by 7, if the result you got can be divided by 7, it simply means that 7 can also divide that number itself. Question: which is divisible by 7? 112 or 113? So let us find out. 112. Let's find out if 7 can divide 112. So what do we do? Multiply the last digit by 5. The last digit here is what? 2. So I am going to do 2 times 5. 2 times 5 will give me 10. I will add this 10. Remember we said that you should add what you got from the multiplication by 5. Add it to the remaining digits. From here I have to, let me underline it. The remaining digit is 11. When I multiplied the last digit 2 by 5, I got 10. I'm going to add that 10 now to the remaining digit, which is 11. So let's do that and see. 10 plus 11 will give us 10 plus 11 will give us 21. 21 will give us 21. So you notice what you got here is 21. So I will write 21 can be divided by 7. Can be divided by 7. Therefore 112 is divisible by 7. Divisible by 7. Okay? Now if you do for the second one, 113, let's find out. I'll be fast in this. Multiply the last digit by 5. 3 times 5 will give us 15. Now add that 15 to the remaining digit 11. If you add it, you get 26. Now, you see that 7 cannot divide 26. So I can just conclude. 7 cannot divide 113. 113. 7 cannot divide it. Now we'll be looking at the divisibility rule by 8 and 9. When can we say that a number can be divided by 8 and that a number can be divided by 9? We have the rules on the board. Dividing by 8 and dividing by 9. Let's look at that of 8. A number can be divided by 8 if the last 3 digits can be divided by 8. Now when we are talking about the last 3 digits, it means that working with this rule, we should have a number that is ordinarily up to 3 digits or even more than 3 digits. That is to say, numbers in hundreds or more than hundreds, like in thousands and the rest, okay? If you have a 2-digit number, you cannot actually use this rule to find that out. Are you getting? Because it doesn't contain up to 3 digits. Okay, so we have this. For a number to be divided by 8, the last 3 digits must be divisible by 8. So, let me underline the main point. The last 3 digits of a number can be divided by 8. When the last 3 digits of a number can be divided by 8, then we can say that the number itself is divisible by 8. We have this question here. I'm going to work it out quickly. I will show the division here. Let's find out. Okay, so is 4,184 divisible by 8? That's the question. 4,184. Is it divisible by 8? So how would I know whether 8 can divide this or not? I will pick the last 3 digits. The last 3 digits are 4, 8, and 1. That is 184. That's the last 3 digits. So let us check if 8 can divide 184. If we work it out and 8 divides 8, it means that 8 can divide 4,184. So we go 184. Let's check if it can be divided by 8. So over 8. We'll start. 8 cannot divide this 1. So you will attach this second number to it, which is 8. If you attach this 8 to it, you get 18. So 8 goes into 18. Let me divide and see. How many times can 8 go into 18? You need your multiplication table. So you go to 8 times table. 8 times 2 will give you 16. 8 times 3 will give you 24. Now 18 is between 16 and 24 in 8 times table. So you pick the smaller number, which is 16. And remember, 8 times 2 gives you 16. It means that 8 can go into 18 2 times. Let me repeat what I said. 18 divided by 8. You go to 8 times table. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. Now you are dividing 18. That 18 in 8 times table is between 16 and 24. So you pick the smaller one. You will not get 18 exactly in 8 times table because 8 is not a factor of 18. So what you do, you pick the smaller number, which is 16. I know that 8 times 2 gave you 16. It means that 8 can go into 18 2 times. That 2 times will give you 16. So the remainder will be 2. What do you do with the remainder? Come and attach the remainder to this 4. Attach the remainder to this 4. You will get 24. You get 24. Then you divide. 8 can go into 24. How many times? Again, you go to 8 times table. 8 times 3 will give you 24. So it means that 8 is a factor of 24. 8 can go into 24 3 times exactly. Alright, so having done that, you can see, remember you have to divide this one too, you get 1. It means that 184 divided by 8 will give us 23 exactly. There is no remainder. So students, you can now see that 8 can divide the last 3 digits in this number, which is 184. Because 8 can divide it, we can now conclude. Therefore, 4184, that's 4184, can be divided. Can be divided by 8. Means that 8 can also divide this number. Is that okay? Alright, let's move on to the next one, dividing by 9. How would you know that a number can be divided by 9? Simply, if the sum, if the addition of the digits in that number can give you something, can give you a number which 9 can divide. Let me underline the main point. When the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, it means that the number itself can be divided by 9. Question: which of these numbers can be divided by 9? 236 or 189? So let us find out quickly. Now if you come to the first one, 236, we are going to add the digits there and see if what we would get can be divided by 9. So I'll do 2 plus 3 plus 6. If you add up this, you get 11. You get 11. Can 9 divide 11? So alright, 9 cannot divide 11. Cannot divide 11. So what is the implication? What is the meaning? It means that, therefore, 236 cannot be divided by 9. We go to the second one. Let's find out. 189. This is equal to, we will add the digits there. 1 plus 8 plus 9. If you add this, what will you get? 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. Alright, 18. Now, if you go to 9 times table, you will notice that 9 times 2 will give you 18. So it means that 9 can divide 18. 9 can divide 18. 9 can divide 18. So what does it mean? We conclude, therefore 189 is divisible by 9. Is divisible by 9. Alright, so that is the rule of divisibility by 9. Quickly, just put down this one for divisibility by 10. Is that okay? A number can be divided by 10 if that number ends with 0. If the last digit of any number is 0, it means that 10 can divide that number. So you can think of 10 can divide 10, you can think of 20, 10 can divide 20, you can think of 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. 10 can divide all of them because they end with the digit 0. Have you put that down? Alright, so in our next class we'll look at LCM and HCF, lowest common multiple and highest common factor. Before then, please make sure you study this. Watch the video again and again, the rules of divisibility that we've learned in our class today. Understand it. Memorize some of these rules, in fact all of them as much as you can, because we'll be using those knowledge as we continue in other classes. Remember to talk about the GMAETS41's Support Students Education Initiative Program.